Hi guys, it's Uncle No Identity coming back with another video on the channel. And in today's video we're going to take a look at my two Deutsches Afrika Korps figures that I've been working on. I'm going to show you how I went from this, just straight up plastic figure, nothing on there but plastic and cement. He's got all of his equipment minus his gun, and I'll share that in a later video. And we're going to turn this figure into this figure. This one, of course, is actually carrying the machine gun. And we're going to take a look at this guy, and I'm going to show you how we painted him. I'm going to hold him like that. Yeah, the little nub on his foot broke off, so oof, we'll have to work this out as best we can. Hang on. Alright, so as we can see, this is the figure in its current state. I've used a few colors. I need to touch up his face and give him some eyes. And it looks like, by my calculations, I think I can actually give this figure eyes. His detail isn't too terribly soft. I think I can put eyes in there. I'll just grab like that very fine paintbrush and I can get at least the whites in there. That's a nice thin brush I got in my collection. So let's talk about what paints were used for what. Let's see, starting off with the flesh tones. If I'm not mistaken, I used this. Vallejo's 70.845 Sunny Skin Tone. I think I used this. Maybe. And then to lighten it, I used a little bit of Mission Models Gelb Brown. As a highlight, I mixed the two colors together. I could probably take my Sunny Skin Tone, or maybe this skin tone. I could take like a sunny skin tone, and actually skin tone looks a little lighter. I don't know, but I'll find a darker shade. I might make a little wash for the figure. But these are like the two main colors I used. Gelb Brown and the sunny skin tone. For his uniform, his jacket and trousers, I went with the instructions. And the instruction sheet says to use XF60 Tamiya, and that's what I used. The figure was first base painted in a black color. I think I used this. I've got Tamiya flat black. I might have used that, but I'm sure I used this first. And then I used my white primer as a highlight. I don't have any black primer unless you want to count spray paint, and I didn't spray paint these figures. But I would then come into my white primer and dry brush the model. And when we dry brush, especially when we're trying to get the highlights on the figures, we go from top down and we really try to be as light as possible to get our highlights. His ammunition box is painted in Vallejo flat black. If we come around to the back of the figure, his boots actually are, by the way, XF68 NATO Brown for his boots. And so are his harness straps. Though I think they probably should be black. I don't know. To add a little color variation, I went with Tamiya XF49 khaki. And I used this khaki color for his duffel bag. For the canteen, I used Revell Aqua's Africa Brown. This is the color I used for his canteen. I could use a little bit of black or so to touch up the tin on top. And I also need to touch up the strap here too. I need to touch that up. But that's right now the general figure painted. These are the colors that I use. There's actually plenty of detail on these figures that I could probably try and pick out. I think, at least in the camera here, I can pick out a little shoulder detail right there. They have like those patches there. I think he should have the eagle on there somewhere, but I'll have to check. Huh. That's odd. Trying to get the figure down. There we go. His belt up front is black, but the rest of the belt wear is brown. Oh well, that shouldn't be too hard of a fix. I'll just paint them all brown. I mean, look at this cross strap here. Ooh. Where did it go? There it is. Got a toothpick. Look at this cross strap. I need to touch that up some. So just paint up all of his belts and straps are going to be brown. If I can find the silver eagle, I'll paint that. And like I said, a little bit right here I think should be green or something. Well, let me know in the comments down below, guys, what you think of the figure. And while we're at it, while we're making the video, I can show you the weaponry I've chosen for the figures. Up first, we're gonna have an MG34. So far, all I've done is paint it black, and I've left the back end silver so I can paint that with browns. I'm gonna put a little bit of lead belcher on the end here. I don't know if they need lead belcher on the whole thing. I'll check. This one has the molded bipod folded up and tucked away. And the other gun I'm going to use is this Car 98. Very well detailed. Just need to clean up some flash and mold lines here and get that all painted up. And then once we're done with the painting, this guy is going to be carrying the MG34 like so, and the unpainted figure here will be carrying the trusty Car 98, like so, right about there. Well, that's it for this video. A little painting guide as to how I painted my figures. Unfortunately, I'm not one of the guys that does the tutorials that teaches you how it's done. But yeah, here's my paints that I used. Let's see if I can get them like all in the shot. You're gonna have to bear with me on these. So we got the like light tan up here, which is the highlight mix, boot brown, uniform color, duffel bag khaki, and then his skin tones. Black base, primer white for highlights. The black is also used for the gun, and I will be using lead belcher for the gun as well. That's just a quick look at the colors. Yep, that's Bob Ross in the back. He's gonna help me mix all these colors together. Well, I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers!